Hey guys, welcome to another tier list. We talk about a raid. You know, there was a patch 2 days ago, new Warcraft patch 10.0.7. There were some problems with the balancing directly, so Blizzard made an adjustment to Affliction Warlock and stuff like this. As you can see here, these are the old numbers before 0.7 patch. Is here the list, the rankings. Game pretty good balanced, as you can see here from top to the last one is a very small difference, to be honest. It's now a little bit different, and yes, Affliction Warlock got into shape, but it's still super powerful. So the datas are not that much, but already enough to say like, hey, these are the rankings. Why? Because a lot of people usually raid on those days. So we have here, for example, for Affliction Warlock, there are already like 3,000 parses. That's definitely a good amount of parses. Yeah, so let us go over here. As you can see the rankings, I will put them into a tier list. So we start with the bottom, and I'm definitely wondering here a little bit, as you can see in the comparisons, for the Fury Warrior that got here very bad down. I will put him, first of all, we don't need, we have an A, B, yeah, we don't need a D tier, so just to clarify that, because also I want to make clear, nothing is really bad. Assassination Rogue is still here on the bottom of the list. And it was also bottom, kind of the bottom now. Destruction Warlock is not anymore, but so yeah. We have then Unholy DK and Fury Warrior, as you can see. So Fury Warrior definitely fell here down. I'm not sure if this will change with more parses. That's definitely a little bit strange for me, because they didn't touch Warrior as far as I know. From the patch notes, I only saw here, as you can see it here. Let me see if I can find it quick. Yeah, there's only PvP change, so that should not affect anything, so that's definitely strange. Unholy DK was already not pretty good, so it's now around the same level. I put it now into the C tier because it is here on the lowest tree. Then there is a little step to Feral Druid, so I will start with Feral Druid, put him into the B tier. Where is it? Feral Druid, we have the Arcane Mage, so everything here now is pretty good in shape. We have the Survival Hunter, they're doing a little bit better in raid than in the Mythic Plus. Enhancement Shaman, but yeah, as you can see, the difference here starting from, yeah, I would say Feral Druid, starting from Feral Druid till Windwalker Monk, the differences are like zero. So all these places can change in between, just to make that clear. So these rankings are not here in shape inside of the tier list. We have now Balanced Druid, Frost Mage, Retribution Paladin, and then let us say Frost Mage, Retribution Paladin here. Elemental Shaman and Windwalker Monk. Where's the Windwalker? Alright, so if we look it here up, not a big difference here. The Elemental Shaman definitely was here higher. Okay, Fire Mage was here higher. But again, these numbers are all pretty together. So don't get me wrong. Only because something is now into the B tier, maybe it was before low A tier, now it's high B tier. That is like no difference at all. I need to make here differences because that's how you make a tier list. You could also argue that everything from Sub Rogue till Assassination Rogue is B tier or A tier, and everything else above that is S tier. That makes not a lot of sense to me, but so I definitely would understand that argue. So we come now to the Outlaw Rogue. also doing pretty good. Havoc Demon Hunter, there's no big difference to before. They're doing pretty well. And then the Shadow Priest that was number 1 before is still very powerful, because as you can see, it's totally in shape with those other classes. There's only a few outliers in a positive way at the moment. And then we have Beastmaster, Boker, and Arms and Sub-Rogue Front, Arms Warrior. Also here, no big difference to the past. If you would have here made to an S tier, maybe you would put those into the S tier, but again, the meta was so crazy well balanced that, to be honest, I cannot really understand why they made changes to them. I think the changes were more for the Mythic Plus, and I think in Mythic Plus field got more together. They made a good job here. Raid wise, I'm not sure if this was really necessary, because now we come to things like, look, Destruction Warlock was here on the last place, is now one of the best DPS. I put them into the lowest S tier. Same with Demo Warlock. Demo Warlock already was strong, as you can see it here, so no big deal about it, but Destruction, Affliction Warlock were kind of at the bottom, and now we have here the top DPS, so that's a big change. We also have Marksman Hunter, pretty good. Frosty K, they were already strong. Marksman Hunter is here, Frosty K is already here, so not a big change. They both got a little bit of a buff, as I can see here. Frosty K, where were they? Hunter in general got some buff here. Here the Marksmanship Hunter, sorry for the bad translation, here was a French website. Can I find a DK as well? No, but definitely they got also buffs. They were very bad in Mythic Plus, now they're also doing very good, or good in Mythic Plus. And yeah, we have the crazy thing now, Affliction is on the top. It was even more crazy before they put the quick balance patch that they needed to do, because it was completely crazy what Affliction was doing. Now still pretty clear top DPS. So if you want to put an S tier, S plus tier, you could put only Affliction there, or if you want to make it different, you could put those into the D tier and only Affliction Warlock into the S tier, and then make them A tier and stuff like this. So it's always a little bit of a discussion. What I want to show with this list, and to be honest, I'm not sure if I really should put Fury Warrior, Unholy, and Assassination Rogue into the C tier, but I have to make an order, so sorry about that, but I just want to make clear again, the game is super well balanced, so the difference from Demo Warlock to an Assassination Rogue is pretty small. Yes, if you take the first one, now we have a very positive outlier with Affliction Warlock and Assassination Rogue, yeah, then there is a difference of around 13 points, if you can see it here. That's a lot, just to make that clear. But overall, the game is still pretty balanced. Not sure if I like the changes to the raid, but if you make changes, class changes, then for sure it also affects raiding and not only Mythic Plus. That's pretty obvious. They cannot make here changes like only PvP and not PvP. So overall, game pretty balanced. Affliction Warlock super strong, Frosty Cape super strong, but they already were strong. Marksmanship super strong. Now also Destruction Warlock is pretty strong. They were doing very bad. Assassination Rogue was here already low, so not a big deal. Survival Hunter was low, okay. That's it. Fury Warrior maybe right now the low, or the one that lost the most points. I don't have an explanation for this, just to be honest, so I really cannot explain it to you why. Maybe also they were doing pretty bad in these two days, the Raiders for Fury Warrior, but to be honest, it's not what I believe. So yeah, I think they are just doing less damage or less good in the complete field. And yeah, that's it for today. A little bit more shorter video. I think that's enough, because the changes are definitely significant to things like Affliction Warlock and Destruction Warlock, but overall still the field is pretty good together. That means if we're not talking about world first raiding, if we're not talking about speed running, then I can be pretty honest with you, you can play every class, every spec for raiding. That's it for today, guys. See you, like and subscribe. Bye bye.